Andy is back. Well, woo 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 is back. But more importantly than that, we had quite a lot of stuff happening on today's Smackdown. And here's a quick review broken down in just under 7 minutes. Let's go. Let's get it. So first things first, we have the return of Sami Zayn. And, I really miss this guy because, this guy's been around for a very long time, and just to have him, because he's one of the very few people on the roster that I personally think he can, really speak to you from a genuine man-to-man type of perspective, and he was out here telling a story about how he was there, in the crowd like a fan and everybody, and then his son was saying, well, why is Cena called the never seen 17 time, whatever, and Sammy's son is such a madness because the kid literally turned around and he says, okay, Dad, yeah, I hear you, this guy got 17, how many have you won? And that's savage. And I'm like, okay. But, Sammy's son deserves a beating, man. If you're from Africa like I am, you don't talk back to your parents like that. You ain't got no... There's no way. There's no way you're going to have the guts to ask your parents, your mama, your papa. Hey, yo, he got, your best friend got 7 distinctions at school. What's your APS score? You know what I mean? But anyway, besides the point, Sammy just went out there and he'd be out just saying that, he wants to really win the WWE title. I think he might win it. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. But I think he might win it this year. I just don't see it. He just has a good motivation. And he's got a very good way of making you believe. Whilst he was busy with that, then Trick Williams comes in. Right, and Trick Man has that aura, man. He's got that vibe to him. He just got that thing, man. And I love the fact that they actually presented him very well based on the fact that they obviously chose like what he's good at, he didn't make a debut with the match because, Trick Williams is not a bad wrestler. He's just an okay, average type of wrestler. But when you kind of look at it, his biggest, wins, his biggest talking points, and what really sells Trick Willie, is his presence. He's got that almost rock type of vibe. And if Papa H, if you can continue booking him like that, then we're good. And obviously we had Drew McIntyre, man. Drew McIntyre was just a savage, man, and he's out here, having this segment with Cody. But over and above the segment, what really stood out was that he kind of gave like old 2005 Randy Orton vibes, that menace, that I'm willing to touch and poke you when it hurts the most. You know what I mean? He literally was out here burning, literally. He burned, a picture of Cody and his dad. Obviously, it's a copy, but to kind of go to that extent, where he's playing all the mind games. Drew has been cooking. Papa H, you better give this guy the WWE title next week. All right, please, Papa H, before I break it down upon your stupid nose. Anyway, let's move on from there. Then we had the return of Mr. Woo Woo Woo, but obviously, there was this cool transition from the old Zack Ryder to his new Matt Cardona inspired entrance, which is quite cool, and Cole obviously confirmed that he's officially signed because back in the last time is now tournament, we were not sure as to whether it's a once-off thing, whether it's a regular thing, but, here we have Big Mike just confirmed that, it's legit, it's real. Then, obviously, we had the promo from the White Six, rather, Bo Dallas, Bo Dallas out here, really trying to speak into, or rather a rebuttal from last week's Solo Sikoa promo, where now he says that we will be the ones, because, you get it, ones, we the ones. But it was just so crazy. So, obviously, next week we're going to have the MFTs 4-on-4 versus the bloodline, not of the bloodline, the White Six, obviously. So the MFTs and the White Six going up we had that small little interaction between Tamatanga and Shinsuke. Just a nice little callback to the NJPW days, and so forth. And obviously, we had The Miz coming in talking trash, speaking about how he's the locker room leader, and I mean, like, The Miz really has been cooking, the guy has really been on point for the past 20 years, like literally the past 20 years. The Miz has just been out here cooking, just doing what he does best. And yeah, man, it's really, really going down. It's happening. So I'm really quite excited to see how that is going to unfold. We had Julia winning, the women's US title, which is pretty cool for her. I really hope that they do something. I mean, like, the IC title, when you compare to the US title, the IC title really cooked, last year, 2025. But I don't know, man. I'm really hoping that in the hands of Julia, we kind of get epic matches. I don't think we're going to get great storylines like we had with Becky, and so forth. But I think that the US title where it can really shine, is in ring. And if they can deliver in ring, then we should be good. We had obviously the 4-on-4 women's match that was, set up last week. And guys, man, your girl Io, man, has been selling, really, really out here selling. But, obviously got the pin heading into next week, obviously. Pinned Kairi Sane, which is pretty cool, which is pretty good. And last but not least, we had the main event. Yeah, Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. Finally, after 6 months of just, I don't know, it's not been happening, man. It's just been, but I mean, they really kind of been, I don't know. I don't really have any feelings towards it. I'm just happy that I hope that it's finished, I don't want to see, Damian Priest return like The Undertaker, and now for the next year we have Damian Priest and Aleister Black, or at least until Mania. I want to see that. I really, really genuinely hope that this was the end and the conclusion of the feud. The thing that was very nice and that popped out for me personally was the fact that, Rhea had the spot where she literally was inside the ambulance, which is kind of cool and kind of nostalgic and crazy, but yeah, really led to the ending with the Razor's Edge and obviously the double chokeslam to the tables and ambulance. Here we go. So I think, honestly speaking, SmackDown really, something popped out of it, based on the fact that, one, obviously it was a 3-hour show, so we had more time for more segments and so forth. But, I think that they kind of put effort, you can kind of tell when WWE really wants to put effort and when they just, letting it flow. Going with the flow of the motion. It has to probably maybe do with Rumble season, Mania season, but over and above that, I think that they really attempted to cook. I really think that they attempted to cook. I mean, we literally had 4 different returns, happening. We had Melo, obviously retaining his title as well. It was just a very nice, well-rounded show, filled with entrances, filled with nostalgia moments, filled with promos, debuts, good matches, so it really kind of created a nice balance. We had that promo and that moment we had with Drew McIntyre, so everything kind of really popped, and I'm quite happy for that. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of it, and I'll see you the next one. This is Wrestle with Ted.